Alien Isolation is the Alien franchise game that finally gave us a definitive horror experience after many middling past games. But many ideas and concepts were dropped along the way that would have given us a completely different game. So with that being said, here's 5 pieces of cut content that would have completely changed Alien Isolation. So first off, we have this really interesting MEMENTO MORI mechanic, which would have allowed players to leave items and messages in the game world for other players to see. Really similar to how in Dark Souls, players can leave messages to either help or troll other players. Although completely scrapped from the game, a leftover model of the MEMENTO MORI bag can still be found in the game files. Late into development, the game was switched from third person to first person, as we can see from this gameplay. A lot of the environment and the animations are identical to the final build of the game. The cover-to-cover system used was replaced by the use of lockers and hiding underneath things. The developers explained that their choice to move to a first-person experience was to immerse the player in the world of the game, which I definitely agree with. There's something terrifying about seeing the alien run up to you face first. And although not specifically stated, the removal of third person may also be related to the disaster that was the Aliens Colonial Marines game, and making sure to differentiate from that game by getting rid of third person and the multiplayer aspects. Which brings us to our next point. At some point, the alien was playable. If we take a look at some code from the console version of the game, we can see lines of code that refer to behavior settings for a player-controlled alien. The XENOMORPH would have had 1500 health compared to Amanda's 1000, and also it would have had the same ability to peek around corners. So this leads me to believe that we would have had some sort of versus mode. We can also see that the game was originally supposed to have a cooperative function, but that was also scrapped early on. The developers had this to say about co-op. I think that as soon as you up the amount of humans, then you're no longer as outnumbered. You know, if you had 2 or 3 humans facing up against one alien, it's a completely different experience where you're working together to overcome it rather than just trying to survive. It just felt better to leave it single player. In earlier versions of the game, the Working Joes had a very different design, looking more human-like rather than the very robotic mannequin versions that we see in the final game. The developers stated that they went for a more robotic appearance for the Working Joes so that the player could easily identify and tell the difference between them and human survivors. In concept art, we can see the different outfits and designs for the Joes, including whatever this is. Hair and hats were removed so that the Joes would look more terrifying, but this design would have been the scariest thing in the game by a long shot. Originally, a VR mode was planned for the game, allowing players to experience it through the Oculus and the PlayStation VR. The VR mode was actually playable and shown off at a number of events, but whether due to technical or financial limitations, it was scrapped. Following the release of the game, modders found that support for the Oculus VR mode was still in the game and could have been re-enabled by changing some files. You can actually download this as a mod. I'll leave the link in the description. Seeing Alien Isolation in VR reminds me of Resident Evil 7, another amazing horror game available in VR. And there we have it, 5 pieces of cut content that could have radically changed the Alien Isolation that we got. If you like the video, make sure to subscribe. It really helps me out. And if you want to see how the Alien's AI works, check this video out next.